Okay, David, here's where I'm at on your amp. There's the SSB bias circuit is right here. Okay, there's your SSB delay capacitor. It's a 3300 microfarad, and I've got the 10k ohm bleed down resistor there attached. This is a new resistor that I'm trying. So far it's tested good. It's a 30 watt 20 ohm resistor for the bias circuit. And the way the sideband bias circuit works is when you turn the switch on here in the front, it applies current to the relay, or actually provides a ground, and the relay circuit closes. Okay, and that limits the voltage going to the base of each transistor. Okay, see this little orange wire here that connects to a decoupling capacitor and a resistor at the base of each circuit. Alright, and what this does is put bias voltage on the base of each transistor. You notice I've got one resistor for each transistor. Okay, and I put these things in here for I'll start using more of these. They're getting very hard to find, but I don't want these things flopping around, because if it's in a mobile installation, you're going to get a lot of vibration, and I don't want that. Okay, so I'll start using more of these things here, but this is in here to stabilize these circuits. Okay, so this resistor and the wire and stuff won't be flopping around when you're in a vehicle. Alright, that's class AB bias. Okay, with that circuit, there's the diode right there. Okay, and these are 5 watt 100 ohm resistors in the feedback circuits. I learned this trick from BBI. He is one of the smartest amp guys I know of in modern day builds, so you can learn a lot from him. Thank you, BBI. And a lot of people don't put a feedback circuit on the driver, but I have noticed that without the feedback circuit on the driver, you get what I refer to as mini oscillations, which that causes little spurs on the spectrum analyzer, you know, for your second, third, and fourth harmonic. They're real small, but I've found out that if I put the feedback circuit in there on the driver as well as the other part of the amp, I don't see those little spurs anymore. They go away. So it stops all the oscillations. And I've been real pleased with these HG2879s, the 16D08s. You get a hell of a lot of power out of them. Now the capacitance and things are a little bit different for these than they are the Toshibas. I still got plenty of Toshibas left, so you guys don't need to worry about that. But these perform, you know, 99% as well as the Toshibas do now. Well, 95%, let's say that. 90 to 95%. I'm going to stop revising my estimate here in a minute. But they do really well, especially for the price that we pay on those. Okay. Now on the combiner up here, I've also added the 5 watt resistor. Also on the variable, I'm using the 5 watt 100 ohm resistor. Okay, better to be safe than sorry. All right, that's where I'm at. I'm getting ready to do the power wires now. But just wanted to show you that this makes this circuit really stable, so that it's when it's in a mobile environment and vibrating around, which I know you're going to be putting it in a mobile, you don't have to worry about those parts moving around and breaking. Okay? Alright, more to come. Okay, one other thing that I wanted to show you is that I'm using the Stinger Pro Series 4AWG oxygen-free copper power cable. I like this cable because it's very flexible. I use that in both the ground and the power wires. And all of you audio amplifier guys know about the Stinger cable. They're real big in the audio world. Well, they work really well in the amp world too. So this is the Stinger Pro Series 4 American wire gauge oxygen-free copper power cable. I use that for both the positive and the negative. Okay, and every amplifier gets an Anderson power pole. All right, so you'll have an Anderson power pole connector on the end of it, and you'll get the mate. You're going to have to come up with your own power wires unless you bought the 10-foot AWG 4 AWG power wire package that I sell on the site. If you buy that, then you get both sides of the Anderson power poles, and you also get a fuse and a fuse holder that's going to be installed in the cable close to your battery. Okay, always want to fuse these guys close to the battery. That way if the cable shorts out somewhere in the truck, it's not going to burn your vehicle down. It'll blow the fuse instead. I said truck, but a lot of you have cars too. Okay, all right, more to come. Okay, power wires are in. Getting ready to put the Anderson power poles on the cable. One last shot of the inside before I put the cover on it. Okay, well, maybe one more shot. I forgot to show you the toroids on the power wires, power and ground wires. That's to keep RF from coming out of the box through the power cables. Okay. All right. Here's a shot of it from the back side. Okay. All right, more to come. Okay, David, she's all set. Completed, and the testing has been completed. I've got it hooked up to a Galaxy 959 and got it running at 13.8 volts. This is my 125 amp power supply. Okay, and I got a 500 watt slug on that side, a 1000 watt slug on that side. Okay, so we're going to be reading on that. Hang on a second, let me put something up here. Get this a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, we'll be reading on the center scale on the meter on the left. We will be reading on the bottom scale on the meter on the right. The bottom scale, where it says 100, that's 1,000 watts. Okay. All right. And on. Currently on AM, in the AM mode. Power on the radio and on the amp is all the way up. Oh yeah. Must have a dead battery. Hang on a second. Okay. Apologize for the fan noise in the recording. But unless that little blue light's on right there, the peak meter doesn't work. Okay, we are in AM on channel 20. Power on the radio and also the variable on the amp is all the way up. And we're running about 500 watts. No, about 450 watts. Audio going forward to 1,000. That's it. 13.8. Hello audio. We'll drop it down to about 13.5. Okay. And let's go to sideband now. Now on lower sideband, need to turn sideband on the amp. Set the camera back down. Audio. That's at 13.8 volts. I'm gonna run it up to 14.9. Now we're going to be reading on the top scale now. That's 2,000, 1,500, 1,000. Okay. Audio about 1250. And let's see how much amperage are we pulling. Audio about 78 amps, 79 amps at peak. Okay. That was on sideband. Let's go back down to AM. Easily dead key in 500 watts now. Audio, hello, hello, audio, audio, 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. Now, you see how it backed up there a little bit when we drove it real hard. So when you're on AM, I recommend you run this guy all the way back like that. Okay, you'll still dead key about 200, 250 watts, and you'll still get a lot of swing out of it, almost 1,000 watts of swing. Now this is made for a single final transistor, like a regular old Galaxy DX959. Okay, don't try putting a dual final in here, or something like the Lincoln or the AT6666. You can't drive this box with that. All right, that will burn it up. You need something like a single final radio, like a McKinley or a Galaxy 959, 949, 979, etc. All right. 99 V2 is too much power. 98 is definitely too much power. I forget what radio you told me you were going to use. I think you're going to use a McKinley, but I'm not sure about that. All right, let me show you the remote now. Okay, get where I can show you the front of the amplifier. Okay, that's amp on, SSB on, preamp on. Okay, I got you plenty of cable like you asked for. 12 foot, I believe you asked for. I'm going to leave the amp on so it can cool down. But David is finished. I'll be boxing it up and probably it'll ship out Monday. Okay, I don't like shipping via USPS because if they lose something, then you're just basically SOL, even if you've got insurance on it, because they do some kind of investigation, and you know, your money stays tied up for months. So it will be going out either FedEx or UPS on Monday. Okay? All right, David, I sure hope you enjoy your new Hornet. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 7-3, everybody.